Hey, what's up, TheJordude here, back again with another card review of Fortune's Hand. They keep jamming more cards onto the site, so I'm going to try to do like 10 cards for this video, or I'm going to go up to Shadowcraft, because I think before Shadowcraft it's like 9 cards, so close enough. But yeah, I'm going to do a bit more cards in this video until we could catch up, so like tomorrow's video as well, when I do card reviews again, I'm probably going to do another like 10 cards. But yeah, let's just get into it right away, so we don't waste time. First card is this new Forest Gold card, Leona Woodland Shadow. 5/6 into a 7/8. Accelerate 1, deal 5 to an enemy follower. Can only accelerate if an allied follower has evolved this turn? Oh, that's a new condition. I guess so, because accelerate deal 5 to an enemy follower is pretty strong for an accelerate 1, so that condition makes sense to me. Fanfare deal 5 to an enemy follower, then if the selected follower has 5 defense or less before damage is dealt, evolve this follower. Evo effect once on each of the opponent's turn. When the opponent plays a follower, deal 10 damage to it. Wow, okay. Pretty strong tempo card on turn 7, but the accelerate 1 is also pretty strong. Yeah, it's a pretty solid card. I could definitely see this card being played in like a control forest type of deck because accelerate 1 is really nice. It goes well with like Fae and stuff, so if you're playing it in like a Roach deck, it could definitely work as extra removal. You just evolve something beforehand, like your Roach, and then you could activate the Leona's Accelerate ability. It does become a bit clunky if you run out of evos though, and because we don't have Carbuncle, it might be a bit harder at times. So, with the other forest cards, I can't really see it right now in like a Terraformer deck or like a Hangman deck. So at the moment, I'm going to give this card a 3.5 out of 5, just because it's a little bit hard to say how good it will be. But I think this is going to be a solid card in like Control Forest. So if anything, it'll be played in Control Forest. It'll be good in that. It's maybe even a 4 in Control Forest, I would say. Next up, we have Diamond Paladin, which is the Swordcraft Legendary 4/5 into a 6/7, 6 cost commander. Rush, Fanfare, Enhance 8. Gain the ability to evolve for 0. During your turn, when this follower attacks and destroys an enemy follower, if this follower is not destroyed, recover 2 play points and gain the ability to attack 2 times this turn. Okay, just 1 extra time. Evolve effect, rush, evolve, give -4 to an enemy follower. Okay. Yeah, because the evolve effect will definitely help out with the main effect, so it probably won't get destroyed when it trades. So it could pretty much trade into most things. Recover 2 play points, so it's like a 4 cost if you play it on turn 6. And Enhance 8, gain the ability to evolve for 0. It's like an okay card. It's very similar to Amelia, because Amelia also evolves for free on the Enhance 7, and it has a shield. This one being able to attack 2 times, it's like alright. Like, it just gets a double trade. But it will take damage on the second unit it hits most likely, so I don't know. This card isn't like super impressive to me. It does have rush, I guess, so you don't have to evolve it on turn 6. So like turn 6 you play this, it rushes into something, attacks twice, and then you could play something, a 2-drop or maybe. So it's solid. Again, I'm going to give this card like a 3 out of 5. Now, I think it's a bit worse than Amelia, because Amelia actually draws 2 cards in your deck, and Sword, you want to be, kind of take it to the late game, because Sword is kind of a control deck if you're playing like Evil Sword. So, the fact that this card doesn't help you draw cards is not that great. I don't think the recover 2 play points is too relevant with this card. But yeah, unless like there's ways to make this card cheaper, it's just like a mad legendary to me. It's kind of underwhelming in my opinion. Next off, we have Decisive Strike, Golden Swordcraft card, 1 play point. Deal X to the enemy follower. X equals the attack of the highest attack commander follower in play. Enhance 5, deal X damage to all enemy followers instead. Okay, so this kind of works well with like Diamond Paladin, and just like Amelia and other stuff as well. But it works with Diamond Paladin because you recover the 2 play points, and now you could use Diamond Paladin, trade, and Decisive Strike as well. Diamond Paladin was 4 attack, sometimes 6 attack. So yeah, the thing is like, so Sword just gets a bunch of more removal tools, but Sword already has so many rush. They have Lady with Bane to get a bunch of free evils. So like, Sword has so much removal already. I don't know if this is needed. I mean, it's just a great card. It's a 1 play point removal spell. So yeah, you could put this in a lot of decks, and it's going to do a lot of work. The Enhance 5 could also be strong as well. We might also see like some kind of ambush sword still be playable, and this would be great in ambush sword actually. So I actually kind of like this card. I'm going to give this a I think I could actually give this card a 5 out of 5. I think it's a super powerful card. The sword is also getting a bunch of commander cards already, so there's going to be more commanders, and the one play point to like just a small removal is very good utility, and then enhanced 5 could also be good because sword is kind of lacking, I guess, some AoEs. So having a good AoE like this could be good. So yeah, I like this card. I think it's a 5 of 5. I don't see any like downsides in playing this card at all. Next off, we have another Runecraft legendary, 6.56 Adamantine Golem, falls to 7/8. Legendary. During your turn, when this card is added to your hand from your deck, if there are 2 allied Earth or Jail's amulet or less in play, reveal it and summon an Earth. Fanfare, randomly activate one of the following effects. Earthright X, do this X times, X equals Earth Sigils in play, so destroy all your Earth Sigils. Summon a Guardian Golem, put a Witch Snap in your hand and change its cost to 0. Deal 2 damage to enemy leader, restore 2 defense to your leader. Okay, so it's like another one of those Runecraft dirt cards where you play as many Earth Sigils as you can, and then just play this and hope to hit like good stuff. The Witch Snap is... So this becomes a 0 cost removal spell that does 3 damage, put in Earth Essence. You could get like a 3/3. Like, this is a decent card, and the added effect when you draw it and you get possibly like 2 Earth Sigils or 1 Earth Sigil is pretty nice. So maybe with... Also because they... Dirt Rune also got cards like Madcap Conjuration, so we might see some kind of like Earth Right rune in the future. This is also costing 6, and it does 2 damage burn, but it's not like a huge amount of burn compared to what other Earthright cards do. But I guess if you're playing an Earthright deck, you probably still play this. I'm not actually too sure though, because it's not an aggressive card either. It's kind of a mid-rangey card. I'm going to give this card a 3 out of 5 because I think it's okay, but if you're playing Dirt Rune, you might be playing a more aggressive build and you might not be needing to play this card. Okay, next card is Imperator of Magic, which is also an Earthright card, so this might change the rating of the Golem. 2/2, 4 play point 2/2 into a 4/4. Fanfare Earthright, summon an emergency summoning. Enhance 6, recover 1 evil point. Deal X damage to an enemy follower. X equals the number of allied Earth Sigils amulets destroyed this match. So yeah, playing this on turn 4 is actually just kind of strong, because now you're going to... If you play this on turn 4 and you evolve him, you could probably remove like 2 things on the board, especially in the early game. And then when your opponent plays a follower, you all of a sudden get a 3/3 ward and a 2/2. So this card is actually really powerful, and now that I'm looking at it, it seems like they're trying to make Dirt Rune a more mid-rangey deck where they get onto they kind of overwhelm the board. So yeah, I'm sticking with 3 out of 5 for Adamant Golem, but I think he could possibly be a 3.5 now that I'm seeing like Imperator of Magic. This card is really good though. I'm going to give this like a... Man, I really like this card. I kind of want to give it a 5 out of 5, but I haven't seen Dirt Rune be strong in such a long time. So I feel like there may be a problem with Dirt Rune in general, but maybe I'm going to give this card a 4.5 out of 5 because I think it's very powerful, and you're going to definitely be playing like 3 copies of this in your Dirt Rune deck, mid-range dirt. Yeah, this card's really nice though. Dragoncraft got 1 new card here. Golden 3 play point 2/8, Slaughtering Dragon Newt. Evolves it to a 2/8. Bane, Fanfare, banish all cards in your deck that originally cost 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Can only attack if Overflow is active for you. Evolve, Bane, evolve, deal 4 damage to all followers. Can only attack if Overflow is active for you. Okay, so the only deck I can see this playable in is in some kind of Jerva deck. Now, I don't want to go through the whole Dragon collection and see what cards cost 2, 4, 6. I know Jerva obviously costs 6, and Draconic Call costs like 2. So like that kind of works. So like, I guess we're playing Even Dragon now? Is this Hearthstone? Even Dragon. But yeah, obviously this kind of goes with Jerva because it's doing a lot of AoE on the board, and then you're also, it has Bane, so it can hard remove something if you evolve it. But it can only attack if Overflow is active for you. So like you can't even like, if you play this on turn 3, I think it's really awkward because your turn 4 won't be a 4 play, but yeah, and even in the evolve form, it can only attack when Overflow is active for you. I think this card's super weird. I don't like it. Unless Jerva... I feel like Jerva is going to get some support and there's going to be some kind of Jerva deck, but I feel like it's going to be like a tier 3 deck, unfortunately. So, I'm going to give this card like a... I'm going to give it like a 1. I don't see it... Unless you have like other ideas of how this will work, but banishing your deck so you only have even cards, I don't know how that's really beneficial for you. The effect itself is okay, but the fact that it can only attack during Overflow is really not great, in my opinion. Like, I mean, I guess if you play this, you could filter cards and find your Dragon Oracles and stuff more easily because it's an even cost card. So maybe just having a bunch of good even cost decks cards only is good with this deck. It's kind of weird, and I don't think Jerva is going to be that much of a competitor in the next format. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. Sorry. Conquering Dreadlord, 8 play points, 6/6. Invocation evolves it to 8/8. Invocation: when you perform Barrier Rite, if it is your 5th, 7th, or 9th turn this match, invoke this card, then return it to your hand. When this fall leaves play or at the end of the turn, summon a Lich. And the Lich is the 4/4. So turn 5, you could Burial Rite and you get a 4/4. This is actually a pretty nice card. Burial Rite cards at the moment are costing like you could play Demonic Procession on turn 5, and you could play it with like a 4-drop, and then so you get a 4-drop, evolve it, say like Shuden Doji, and you play this, you get invoke this, and you get a 4/4. It's actually pretty good. I think turn 5 is going to be the strongest point for it, but turn 7 or 9 is just like a free 4/4 as well. You pretty much never want to play it for 8 play points, because 8 play points get a 6/6 and you get a Lich at the end of your turn. It's kind of slow, and you can just get a big block of stats, but I don't think that's that great. It's mainly just the invocation, which I think is good. But getting a free invocation, yeah, and Burial Rites are pretty prevalent in Shadow decks, I think, so mainly just Demonic Procession. But yeah, I think this card is really solid in that sense. In how powerful it will be, I think it's like a... Like, Shuden Doji on turn 5 going first with this is pretty good. Is it game winning? It's not broken though. Turn 7, turn 9 I think is more manageable. So it's between a 3.5 or a 4, I think. I'm going to give it a 4. That might be overestimating it, but I think like turn 5 could be really powerful. So the last card we're going to talk about in this video is Bonanza Necromancer, which is the 2 play point 2/2, evolves into a 4/4. Enhance 7, reanimate 10. Whenever you perform Burial Rite, draw a card. Now this card is kind of big, I think, because you could Burial Rite your He Who Once Rocked, for example, or just some other strong 10-drop. And then you just play this on turn 7. So like, if you're Burial Riting He Who Once Rock, and maybe you Burial Rited maybe like Mecha Wing Angel's getting rotated. I guess like, is Skull-Lord in rotation still? Regardless, you could just like have any other like high cost, like 8 play point cost faller in your graveyard from Burial Rite. And now you could reanimate your He Who Once Rock, which is Ward and Storm, and when it dies, it brings back the other 8-drop. So this is such a strong turn 7 play, and it's just a normal 2-drop too. It's a 2/2 into a 4/4, and if you Burial Rite, you draw a card. So it has such a good upside too. Yeah, this card I think is a 5 out of 5. I think also in synergy with Mutio, which Burial Rites too, so you can hit your condition of Burial Riting your He Who Once Rock and some 8-drop as well. I think that kind of combination is super powerful, and like this is going to make a really strong mid-rangey deck, I think, with Mutio and Bonanza in some kind of like Machina package. I know Machina stuff are getting rotated out, but not He Who Once Rocked, right? So, and we also lose Anya, but I think it's fine not having the... We still get Fleeting Joys from Friends Forever, so we could still get Fleeting Joys to make He Who Once Rocked packages work. So yeah, I think this is super strong and 5 out of 5 for me. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. Tomorrow, hopefully they don't update more stuff, and then I could review cards in Bloodcraft, because I haven't even talked about Bloodcraft Haven Portal. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video though, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more of these card reviews. And if you have differing opinions, or you have some stuff that you want to add, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.